want to see if you can see the sun is just trying to peek through like one little tiny bright dot. Can you see it? She's coming up. Well, I don't have a lot of words for you this morning for a few reasons. One, I'm preaching later at First Presbyterian Church, Daytona Beach, and I will stream just the sermon from my phone here on Facebook. So that service starts at like 10:30, so I imagine I'll be actually speaking, maybe half an hour after that. Also because it's kind of chilly out. I'm sitting here in the wind, getting a little cold. But I did have at least one idea that's been circling my brain. And it's, something that I've struggled with most of my life, which is this idea that there's one right answer and that other answers have to be wrong. But that kind of puts life into these categories, these binary categories, ones and zeros, right? This is how computers think. But we all know that in our lives lived, it's not just ones and zeros. It's not just yes or no. There's this whole host of space between the one and the zero. It's not just black and white. There's all kinds of gray. And it's funny because I always think of this in disagreements or arguments, particularly with the people you care about most, It's like, oh, so you're saying this extreme version of, No, there's a whole host of space between my opinion and your opinion, and all of them are acceptable. Everybody's allowed to have theirs. Sorry if that ruins it for you. And that space in between is what I like to call grace. We're all discovering who we are, what we think. I love this quote that says, if you don't believe that the you of 5 years ago is a heretic, you're not growing. So we're all constantly changing and learning, and it's not just two choices. It's not binary. There's all kind of host of choices in between. I don't know if this is coming through, this view, on social media across the waves of ones and zeros that are in fact binary. But this scene behind me is one of the most beautiful and surprising things I've ever seen. The way the sun's peeking through all the little holes. And at some point it's just going to creep right over the top of that little bank of clouds. And even when I don't feel like coming out on the chilly beach in the morning, I find myself blown away by, I don't know what I'd call this, God's artwork, original creativity. I'm going to leave you with a couple minutes of this pretty sunrise and invite you to come back sometime around 10:30 or 11, and I'll live stream from First Presbyterian Church, Daytona Beach. You're also invited to come in person if you're local. You will need to mask up and spread out and all of those good safety protocols if you choose to come. And I'll see you later, friends. I hope that you have a beautiful day that inspires you. I hope you have a non-binary day. It's not just yeses and nos, but is filled with all the grace of the space in between. Grace and peace, friends.